Hi everyone, welcome you all. In today's lecture, we will discuss the solution of simultaneous equation, or it is also known as a linear equation, by using relaxation method. Means suppose we have to given the equation of the form ax is equal to b, where a is a coefficient, b is a constant term, and x is a variable that is known as a unknowns. And to evaluate these values of unknowns, we have to solve this equation, and this equation is in the form of simultaneous equation, or it is also called the linear equation. So in previous lecture we already discussed how to solve the linear equation or simultaneous equation by using Gauss-Seidel method, and in today's lecture we will discuss the relaxation method for solving a such type of equation. So first we start the procedure of relaxation method, and then we work out on some example based upon the relaxation method. So steps to solve the relaxation method. So consider the equation in leading diagonal form: a1x plus b1y plus c1z is equal to d1, a2x b2y plus c2z is equal to d2, and a3x plus b3y plus c3z is equal to d3. So this is the system of simultaneous equation. If there is more than one equation, then it is called the system of linear equation. Why it is called the linear? Because the power of x, y, z is 1. Maximum power of the variable is 1. So when the power of the variable is maximum 1, then this equation is said to be a linear equation. Here a1, b1, c1, d1, a2, b2, c2, d2, a3, b3, c3, d3 means all ai, bi and ci. I varies from 1 to 4. Okay, 1 to 4. Sorry, 1 to 3. So this all variable are said to be a constant, and this a1, b1, c1, that is ai and bi, are said to be a coefficient of this equation. Ci, it is said to be a coefficient of the equation. Again here this contains a d1, d2, d3, which is again a constant, and this x, y, z are called the variable present in this equation, or it is also known as unknowns, which is to be determined by using the relaxation method. So this is our system of linear equation. We can write as it is for solving it by relaxation method. In second step, we have to construct the residuals, which is denoted by Rx, Ry and Rz by the relation. So how to find the residuals? We have to shift all the terms of the equation on the right hand side. We get the value of residuals. So from first equation, we shifted all the values of left hand side to right hand side and make one side is equal to 0. So we get, by shifting these three terms on second side, we get d1 minus a1x minus b1y and minus c1z, and one term is equal to, we get as 0. So this term is denoted by Rx. That is called residuals with respect to x. Similarly, for second equation, we do the same procedure and find the values of Ry, which is given by d2 minus a2x minus b2y minus c2z. And from last equation, we have to find the values of third variable, third residuals, that is Rz, given by d3 minus a3x minus b3y minus c3z. Okay, so this is the second step. First step, we have to write the equation, and second step, we have to find the residuals by shifting all the terms to the right hand side and make the values equal to 0. In third step, we have to construct the operation table. So this is the type of operation table which is used in a relaxation method. So first understand what these operation tables means and what it change the solution of the equation. So I will construct here three increment. One is delta x, second is delta y, and third is delta s. So delta means a change. So it is called the change in x. This is called the change in y, and this is called in change in z. So initially we have to consider a different change for different variable. So if there is a change in delta x, it is we can express this change by 1 or 0. So change in delta x is 1, then there is a no change in delta y and delta z. If change in delta y is 1, so there is no change in delta x and delta z, similarly for the z. So what this change is effect on the residuals. So we discuss this step by step. Suppose I have a one equation, that is a Rx, which is given by d1 minus a1x minus b1y minus c1z. Okay. Suppose I have to change x by x plus delta x. I have considered only the change in x, and there is nothing a change in y and change in z. We only use the concept of change in x. So suppose I changes the variable x by x plus delta x, then what is the value for Rx? So we get Rx equal to d1 minus a1. What is the value for x? X plus delta x minus b1y minus c1z. By rearrange this term, we get first term is d1 minus a1 into x, that is a1x minus b1y minus c1z, and second term is minus a1 delta x. Okay. Suppose we consider the change in x, that is a delta x is equal to 1. So suppose delta x is equal to 1, so we get this first four term represent the value of Rx, and we get minus a1. Okay. So Rx, when we changes x by x plus delta x, then Rx changes by Rx minus a1. Means there is a change of minus a1 in Rx. So we can represent this Rx as change in Rx is equal to minus a1, and here we can write this change in this bracket, that is minus a1. Similarly, when I consider the equation number 2, and again we consider the change in x, so here we get minus a2, one is extra term, which is a change in ry. Similarly, for third equation, we get minus a3. Now suppose we concentrate on the second row. So in second row, we consider the change in x is 0, change in z in 0, and if you consider only, so there is a change in y only. Means we have to change the variable y by y plus delta y, and repeat the same procedure again and again. So we get here minus b1 is extra term, means delta Rx is changes by minus b1. So change in Rx is minus b1. Again change in ry, we get minus b2, and change in rz, we get here minus b3. There is a minus. And continuing in same procedure, when we use delta z is equal to 1, so we get the change in c1 minus c2 minus c3. That is the operation table. The table can be discussed later on in an example, and we can easily understand how to solve the problem by using the relaxation table. Step 4. Initially, we take x, y, z equal to 0 and calculate initial residue. Okay. So to find the value of the variable by using a relaxation table, we first consider the initial values, and the initial values is given by 0, all variable is equal to 0. So how to find the initial values? By using this all the residuals. So we have to just put the value of x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0 in Rx, Ry and Rz. So suppose we take all this value equal to 0, then the value of Rx is given by d1, the value of Ry is given by d2 and the value of Rz is given by d3. So this is called the initial residuals. And by using this operation table, we have to reduce these initial residues to almost 0. Okay, what is our procedure? We have to find the initial residues by using this equation and then apply the relaxation table to reduce these residuals equal to 0, and after reducing this equal to 0 we get the values of unknown variable x, y and z. So it is given in this later part on this page. The residuals are reduced step by step by giving the increment to the variable, and the relaxation table is. So we know that equation 1, that is x is increased by 1, we already discussed here. What happened when x is increases by 1, y is increases by 1 and z is increases by 1. So if x is increases by 1, then Rx, Ry and Rz is changes by minus a1, minus a2 and minus a3, means there is a negative sign, means it is decreases by a1, a2 and a3. It is decreases by a1, a2 and a3. So similarly, when we increase y by 1, so this residuals again decreases by minus b1, minus b2 and minus b3, and for z it follow the same path. Okay, so this is the procedure how to find the residuals, what is the relaxation table, and one is called the operation table and one is called the relaxation table. So there is a change in x, y, z, that is called the operation table, means it operates on the second table, that is the relaxation table, to reduce the residuals to 0, and we have to obtain the solution of the given problem. So based upon that method we discuss the problem, and so that the method is can be understood by you, and it is help to find the solution of linear equation by using relaxation method. So we work on the first example. The example is, the method is very simple, but it indirectly proportional to your name, relaxation, because the method is easy, but you can't relax after the till the completion of the problem. When the problem is almost completed, then only you can relax. Otherwise, if you relax in the midway of the problem, the chances for wrong calculation is increases in such type of problem. So be relaxed and solve the problem by using relaxation table. So here the problem is solved by relaxation method. 10x minus 2y minus 3z is equal to 205, minus 2x plus 10y minus 2z is equal to 154, and minus 2x minus y plus 10z is equal to 120. So this is a linear equation, or it is also called a simultaneous equation, and here we have to solve this equation, means we have to obtain the value of x, y and z. So this type of problem can be solved by several method, but we have to obtain the solution here by using relaxation method. So we discuss the relaxation method only in this problem. So first is, we write the given system in leading diagonal form. What is meant by leading diagonal form? We already discussed in last lecture. It is a Gauss method. Leading diagonal means the first element in the first equation, second element in the second equation, and third element is third equation is greater than the sum of remaining two. And this is true for all the equation. The equation already in leading diagonal form. So we write the first equation, we write the second equation as it is, and we write the third equation. Okay. Now work on the second step. We have to find the residuals. And how to find the residuals? The residuals are calculated by shifting all the terms to the right hand side of the equation and equate one side is equal to 0. The residuals obtained are named as Rx, Ry and Rz. So from first equation we have to find the value of Rx, from second equation we have to find the values of Ry, and from third equation we have to find the value of Rz. So Rx is equal to 205 as it is. Shift all the terms on second side. So it is minus 10x plus 2y and plus 3z. For second equation, Ry is equal to 154 plus 2x minus 10y plus 2z. And last equation, Rz equal to 120 plus 2x plus y minus 10z. So this is the second step. We have to find the residuals. Okay. Now the operation table of the system is, okay, this is called the operation table and this is called the relaxation table. So here we have to consider the two table. One is called the operation table and one is called the relaxation table. Okay. So initially we have to consider the value of delta x is equal to 1, delta y is equal to 1 and delta z equal to 1. Okay. And then find the value of delta Rx. So if you change x by x plus delta x and put delta x is equal to 1. Suppose we work on a first equation. The first equation is Rx. So Rx is equal to 205 minus 10x plus 2y plus 3z. Now change x to x plus delta x. And what is delta x? Delta x is equal to 1 means x plus 1. So we get Rx is equal to 205 minus 10 into x plus 1 plus 2y plus 3z, which is equal to 205. Multiplying this bracket we get 10x plus 2y plus 3z and there minus 10 is remaining. So this is the value for Rx which is given by you, and this is minus 10. Means when we changes delta x is equal to 1, the Rx is decreases by minus 10. So change in delta Rx is minus 10. So we write this value as minus 10. Okay. Similarly, for second equation we get plus 2, because here the 2 comes in that place. So here plus 2, so we get plus 2, and third equation we get again plus 2. One simple method is obtaining the operation table is that we initially put delta x is equal to 0, delta x is equal to 1, delta y is equal to 1, delta z is equal to 1. So for delta x we have to collect only the coefficient of x from all the three equations. So coefficient of x is minus 10, 2 and 2. Right, just here it is from column base, here we can write in row form, minus 10, 2, 2. For second delta y, so change in y, so we get first is 2, then minus 10 and then 1. And third we get 3, 2 and minus 10. So this table is known as a operation table. Operation table. So to solve this type of problem, we have to make the two table. One is the operation table and second is a relaxation table. So this is a descriptive method to evaluate this operation table, but there is no need to solve the problem like this in such a way. We can directly construct the table by using this equation. How to construct the table? For delta x is equal to 1, we have to focus on the coefficient of x only and write in first row, minus 10, 2 and 2. For change in delta y is equal to 1, we have to focus on the coordinate of y, coefficient of y, and write in the second row, 2, minus 10, plus 1. And for delta z is equal to 1, we have to focus on the coefficient of z and write in the third row, 3, 2, minus 10. So this is the operation table. Now, second is the important table, that is called the relaxation table, which is used to calculate the value of all the variable. Okay. All the variable means the solution of the given problem. So this table is known as a relaxation table. So after that, write down the first this type of the equation, then the residuals, then operation table, and then last is the relaxation table. So relaxation table, the relaxation table is given by, okay. So initially we have to find the initial values of our residuals Rx, Ry and Rz by putting x, y and z all equal to 0. Okay. So when we put x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 and z equal to 0, so we get Rx is equal to 205, Ry is equal to 154 and Rz is equal to 120. Okay. So this is the initial residuals. Now what is our aim? What is our aim? Our aim is to reduce the residuals almost to 0 or negligible. It is called the negligible, means the value is almost equal to the 0, and we always focused on the highest value of the residuals. We have to change the values of residual which is maximum. In this type, there is also the problem in such way, that is minus 205, 154, 120. So we know that this is the maximum value, but we have to use only maximum numerical value. So for this case, again this is a maximum value. We have to just neglect the sign, not in calculation, but considering the values of the residuals. So we have to reduce the maximum residual to 0 and continue this process till all the residuals is equal to 0. So let's start this relaxation table and find the solution of the given problem. So first, we have to just find what is the maximum value of the residuals. The Rx is 205, this is Ry. This is Ry and this is Rz. So Rx is equal to 205, Ry is equal to 154 and Rz is equal to 120. This is not delta, this is Rz. So which is the maximum value? Maximum value is 205, which is in Rx. So we have to use the increment in x. The maximum value of residuals, so we have to use the increment with respect to that variable. So maximum value is with respect to residuals x, so we have to consider the increment in x, which is equal to, now it depends upon the problem. Okay. So for delta x, we can use this value, the intersection of delta x and delta Rx. For Ry or delta y, we use the intersection of delta y and delta Ry, that is this second value. And for z, we use the intersection of z and z, that is the third value. Means we have to use the diagonal value. For x, first value; for y, second value, second row, second value; and for z, third value, third row, third value. So here the value is 205, and we have to focus on this minus 10 because intersection of these two terms is minus 10. So we have to find the number which is come closer to 205, which is the multiple of this minus 10. So this number must be 200. Suppose I multiply this minus 10 by 20. So I get minus 200, which is very close to that number 205, or we consider this is minus 210 again. This is again equal to this number, closer to this number. So we can use any value between 200 or 210. So I consider I have to use 200 value. Okay. So but 200 comes by multiplying this number by 20. Okay. So when delta x is equal to 1, we get the minus 10. So when what happened when we get multiply by 20? So delta x is equal to 20, we get minus 200. So in first term, what we have to do, just multiply, just put the value of delta x. So we fix the value of delta x as 20, because by multiplying this value by 20, we get the value which is very close to this 205. So delta x is equal to 20. When delta x is equal to 1, we get this table. What happened when delta x is equal to 20? So we multiply this 1 by 20. Similarly, we multiply this all the three elements by 20. So when we multiply this element by 20, we get first number is minus 200, second is 40, and third is 40. So here we have three numbers. So just add these three to the corresponding 3. So we get first number is 5, first value is 5, second value is 40, and third value is 40 and 150, which is 194. Second value is 194. We have to just add this value in this number. 154 plus 40, we get 194, and second 160. So this is the first row of our calculation. Now repeat the same procedure again and again. When all the residuals are equal to 0 or almost equal to 0, we have to stop the calculation. Now just repeat the same things we discussed in step 1. So there is a 3 number, 5, 194 and 160. So focus on the number and told me which is the highest number in all the 3 numbers. So 194 is the highest term. The highest term is 194. So 194 is with respect to Ry. So we have to change the y variable. Means we have to use delta y. Okay. So for delta y, we use delta y and Ry. So it is again the number is minus 10, and here the number is 194. So the number which is very closer to 194 is 190. Okay, 190 is close to 194, and the number must be a multiple of this number. So if I multiply this number by 19, we get 190. So we use a second term, that is delta y is equal to 19. Okay, so what we have to do now, we have to just use this delta y is equal to 90, and delta y means this is the second row. So multiply all the numbers by 90. So first number is 38, second number is minus 190, and third number is 90. And add number to the corresponding numbers. So we get the first number is 43. 5 plus 30 is 43. This is 4, and it is 179. Again, repeat the same procedure. Which is the highest number? Highest number is 179, which comes in delta z. So we use delta z. So delta z is equal to 179. Again, here the number is 10, and if you multiply by 10 by 18, we get 180, which is very close to 179. So I use here 18. So this is the third number, that is in row Rz. So we use the corresponding element in Rz. So number is 3, 2, minus 10. So multiply this number by 18. So by multiply this number is 18, we get 18 into 3. 54, then 36, and it is minus 18. So add this number, in this number we get first number is 97, 54 plus 43, 97, third is 40, and third is minus 1. Okay. Again, do the same step and find the next term. So for next term, the highest number is 97, which comes in delta x. Delta x. So delta x is 10. So If I multiply this number by 10, we get 100, which is very close to 97. So put delta x is equal to 10. So we get 10 into 10, that is a minus 100, then 20, and then 20. Add this number, we get minus 3, 60, and 90. Which is the largest number? R. So we get delta y. So again, all the numbers are 3. So we have to just look the multiple of number which is come closer to that number, 60. So 10 into 6 is 60. So we use the number 6 and multiply the second row. So 6 into 2 is 12, minus 60 and 6. So add the number. We get first is 9, second is 0, and third is 25. Highest number is 25, which comes in Z, and multiple of 2 or 3. So we just use 2. So for Z, third. In third row, we multiply by 2, we get 6, 4, and minus 20. So add in this number. So we get 15, 4, and 5. Which is the highest number? 15 is the highest number. That is the delta x. And delta x is equal to minus 10. So we just use 1. So when you use 1, we have to use only this row. So minus 10 and 15. We get 5, 2, 4, 6, 5, 2, 7. Move toward the next. If you observe that the number are decreasing now. And what is our aim? Our aim is to reduce the number almost equal to the 0. So which is the greater number? 7 is the greater number. And 7 is near about minus 10. So just delta z is equal to 1. We use delta z equal to 1. So 3. So we get 8. This 8 and this is minus 3. So these two numbers are equal. So we use x or y. So delta x is equal to 1. Minus 10. So we get minus 2. We get this 8 plus 2, 10. And this is minus 1. For next, we use 10. So delta y is equal to 1 because 10 with respect to y and minus 10. So 2 minus 2, 0. 10 minus 2, 0. And 1 minus 1, 0. So we get a 0, 0, and 0. So our procedure will be stopped when we suddenly obtain the value of all the residuals Rx, Ry, and Rz is equal to 0. Means your problem will be solved. Now how to find the values of x? Okay. So now next, the value of x is nothing but the summation of all delta x. So collect all the delta x from this column, add them, we get the value of x. So delta x is first is 20, then is 10, then 1, then 1. So it is 32. So value of x is 32. The value of y means the summation of all the values of y, delta y. So value of delta y is 19 plus 6 and plus 1. It is a 26. And the value of z is summation of delta z, which is given by 18 plus 2 plus 1. That is a 21. So finally, we obtained the solution of this problem, that is x is equal to 32, x is equal to 32, y is equal to 26, and z is equal to 21. We can solve this problem by using calc and find this answer for just understanding if your answer is correct by using a calculator or by using the relaxation table. So this is the relaxation table, the relaxation method for solving the simultaneous equation. You can try the problem based upon this method, and if you have any difficulty, then you can contact me. So thanks for watching.